What's going on, everyone? How are you doing? Let me make sure I'm pointing the right way. I'm here with Dr. Jeff Cronk, who is a good friend of mine. He's also from Smart Injury Doctors, 17-year practicing chiropractor. Then he went off to law school and decided to just dominate the world. And he is going to come out to our Impact event, Impact number 7, which is coming up in February. So what's going on? For real quick, Dr. Cronk, for people out there that have never heard of you or what you do, if you could just summarize that real quick. I'm going to share this link out while you're giving your own intro.
Yeah. So what I help do, I have a program called the Smart Injury Doctors program. And what I help doctors to do is to easily and actually, hopefully with a lot of fun, expand their injury practices. Most doctors today want to get more into injury work. But there's aspects of injury work that they don't like, that the attorney relationships, things that everyone thinks of something when they think of personal injury that they don't like. You want to think about personal injury as like the most fun area of practice that there is. It's lucrative. It pays well. It's full of purpose. It's full of, having patients get really, really good results. So what we do is we have a system that actually allows doctors to easily expand their injury practices. And that's pretty much what we do.
Yeah. And a system is really saying
Now,
it very,
I'm
very
excited
light.
about. What's that?
I said, and saying a system is really saying it very, very lightly. I mean, it is a full program that goes from A to Z on everything to do, from diagnosing spinal ligament injuries to communicating with attorneys to marketing to training your staff to making sure you can do depositions to being a leader in your community. I mean, all of that stuff.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what the biggest thing, Todd, and we've been changing the program. I've been changing it and changing it and changing. So what we do is we offer the doctor something unique that they can offer to the market. And that unique thing is really easy to market. So we offer a marketing program that helps them market. And then we offer our staff training program that helps doctors. And what I realized, and myself included, is that you can be doing something and doing a lot more while you're doing that. So what I mean by that is in a consultation, you can be getting all the information you want to get and advertising at the same time, practice growing at the same time. You can be doing an exam, and depending on what you're talking about, you can either be just doing the exam or you can be advertising. And I know that sounds weird, like, advertising. How am I advertising? Once you see it, once you see what I'm talking about, then you'll realize, wow, all I'm doing is I'm doing the same thing that I was doing, but now I'm planting the information into the patient's mind of exactly what makes my clinic unique. Why should people refer lots of people to me? And I'm letting them have their own cognition instead of saying it. It's interesting when somebody asks you questions or talks to you about something and all of a sudden you have an aha moment. You had the aha moment. Nobody gave you the aha moment. So what it helps is for patients to actually have their own aha moments, whether they have it in the consult, the exam, your ROF, your first re-exam. Some patients will have it, it takes a little while for some not. But one of the things when you're growing an injury practice, you should have every single person that comes through your injury program out promoting your injury services for you. So if I do 200 injury patients, if I have 200 injury patients come through my clinic this year, I want, if possible, 200 people promoting my practice. And so,
well, and something just for everyone else out there watching this, I can't tell you how much Dr. Cronk has motivated us to make changes to our practice a little over a year ago to gear up to do personal injury in a better way, to go out and market and communicate with attorneys. And we have such a higher level of confidence now doing this because of what Dr. Cronk has taught us. So here's the deal. If you follow Dr. Cronk, or if you've never heard of him before, he's coming out to our event February 17th to 21st. We have a handful of speakers coming out. This is for members of Move Now University and non-members, so you can see our functional rehab model that we do in our practice. This is why Dr. Cronk and I have met, because that is the thing that bridges us together, is that functional rehab is a no-brainer and it's necessary in personal injury work. And learning personal injury properly to see our functional rehab patients that are injured is necessary. That's why this was a match made in heaven. Anyway, Dr. Cronk's going to be coming out here to teach in person And he and I just came up with a really cool idea. Well, I should say he came up with this idea, and I just said, yes, let's run with it. And I joked and I said, every time we talk, it always results in more work for me. But I'm okay with that because I think this is an awesome idea. How about you tell everyone what this idea is on Friday evening of what we're planning on doing for those who come out?
So here's the thing. Todd has a clinic. His clinic should be filled with injury patients. And so I said, Todd, why don't we, a lot of doctors, you sit there and you learn a whole lot of stuff, but sometimes it's much better to just have practical. That's what I love about Move Now. You guys are into practical. Okay, here's the theory. Here's the idea. Now here's how you do it. And that's why you want to come out to these programs, because you can get okay, here's how you do it. Here's how it's set up. Here's what the equipment looks like. Here's how you demo it. So I said, why don't we demo how easy it is to talk to attorneys and to get attorneys excited about using your clinic by putting an attorney presentation on Friday night after the whole day is done. We'll do an hour program where Todd will invite attorneys in, and I'll do a presentation to show attorneys why they should be using Todd's clinic, or in your case, your clinic. So why, this is how you would do a presentation to attorneys. This is why they're going to want to come and they're going to want to develop a relationship with you.
And it's funny. So everyone, truth be told, Dr. Cronk already has a connection with some of the law firms that we work with out here, because they're larger law firms that have, a setup in Boise, for example. I just texted over to a representative from one of the law firms and I said, hey, we're doing this doctor training thing. Dr. Cronk's going to be doing this on Friday. Are you in? And he said, I'll be there. And so what we're going to do is our goal is to have about 10 different law offices being represented. So 10 different, law groups, attorneys coming in to watch this live. And then Dr. Cronk's going to show us how it's done. That'll be a bonus extra just for coming out here live and watching this, which I think will be huge. And then a second part is you'll be doing a several-hour training on Saturday as well. We have you fit into the curriculum there, and you'll be there to answer questions for people. So we're going to have lots of mingling and hanging out and getting to know each other. And so that's also a huge benefit of coming to these live events.
Here's the one thing I'm going to say too, Todd, and personal injury is easy. Personal injury has been made way too complicated. Personal injury is easy. It's easy to get into. It's easy to expand your practice. It's easy. So one of the things that I love is at a meeting on that Saturday, what I get to talk about practical things that you can do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of that next week, you can start to do to improve that. And for most doctors, if you come in here just one idea, and that idea works to bring one patient in, you paid for the whole weekend. Now, the cool part is, though, and Todd can attest to this, I'm not trying to teach you how to be relying on me. I'm trying to teach you things that you're going to do for the rest of your life. As a matter of fact, the stuff I'll go over in marketing will absolutely blow your mind, because I'm going to go over some basic marketing principles before I ever show you our material. So you understand, I've kind of pinned back, well, why don't doctors understand marketing? It's because they actually don't understand what marketing is. If I said, what is marketing? What is promotion? What is advertising? What's the difference of those three? Want to look them up? Marketing is advertising, promotion. Promotion is advertising and marketing. Advertising is marketing and promotion. You don't know what the heck it is, because in the definition, the words are just used repeatedly over and over. That's why people don't do well with marketing, because they actually don't know what it is. I'm going to go over that on Saturday. I don't care if you're selling rehabilitation services, you're selling adjustment services. I don't care what you're selling. If you don't understand these really simple concepts, then everything you do may work, but it's not going to work nearly as well. So that's just a little tidbit of some of the things I get to talk about on Saturday.
Cool. And a reminder to everyone out there, you don't have to be a member of Move Now University to attend this. So you can come out, you can attend if you're a non-member. We're open this up to non-members. And Dr. Cronk, this is for your audience as well. So for those of you watching this that have followed Dr. Cronk for years, because I know Dr. Cronk, I was really impressed when I met you. You have hundreds of doctors that have been following you for several years that are, raving fans of what you do. And I figured that out pretty quickly as to why, because you over deliver over and over and over. You just give so much, which is really great. Last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you the link that you're going to go to. It's impact.movenowyou.com. And so I'm going to pull you off this real quick, Dr. Cronk. So if you say
That's
anything,
fine.
it's not going to be heard by the audience. So I'm not hanging up on you. I'm just going to pull you off of the
That's
screen.
fine.
So I can still hear you, just no one else will be able to hear you. So I'm going to pull you off and I'm going to throw this on. And here we go. So this is the page I want everyone to go to. You go to impact.movenowyou.com and you will go here. There's a little video. It says Impact 7, say what? And then it's a little video, explains. And as you scroll down, it talks about this event, talks about what we're going to be teaching, has ways of paying for the event. So you can click on member, pay now, and it's a super affordable thing for what we're doing, especially being that it's technically 3 full days and 2 half days. Then you scroll down to our world-class instructors. We have, I'll start here at the bottom. We have, okay, myself, great, but we have Dr. Cronk is going to be here, which is awesome. Dr. Perry Barnhill from Fearless Chiropractor, compliance, coding, all that good stuff. Cover your, you know what, cover your hiney. Dr. Chad Woolner is going to go through some marketing stuff as well on Wednesday. Singy Up Rose, some clinical. Dr. Miles Bodson and Holly Jensen from Cash Practice are coming out. That's going to be awesome as well. Dr. Ed LaCara, the guy that motivated me to even do functional movement to begin with. So top clinician, he's coming out. He's going to do a big spot for us. Czar Horton, strong first, master kettlebell instructor, world renowned, travels the whole world teaching, happens to be a buddy of mine. He's coming out to go through some kettlebell mastery. And then our own team right here, David Woody, who is our exercise therapist, and Brandy, who's our office manager in the trenches every day. So anyway, check that out. I'm going to unshare my screen now. So I'm going to unshare. I'm going to hide that. I'll put you back in there. Let's see. Okay. And we are back together. All right. So that's it. I want to keep this short and sweet. Join us for this. It's going to be really an awesome event. And last thing that I'll just mention, and I'm not saying this to make it easy for you not to show up. Okay. I'm not saying this to tell you it's not worth getting on a plane and buying a cheap plane ticket and coming out here and meeting people in person. But if for some reason you can't make it out because of what state you're in and they have certain restrictions on travel and whatnot, we did decide last week to pull the trigger to hire a crew to come in to live stream the entire event. And we will put up more information about that later. So if you have questions or interest in that, let us know. We'd love to have you in person. That's like the most important thing. But if you can't make it in person, you have no excuses to miss this. You can live stream it, and we'll be doing that at a nominal fee. We will keep you posted on that. Dr. Cronk, do you have any closing words?
No, if you haven't been to Idaho, get to Idaho. It's beautiful.
It's free.
And it's free.
Meaning freedom.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, I want to make sure everyone else understands.
I understand.
Okay, all right, cool. Thank you so much for joining me, Dr. Cronk.
You're welcome.
Thank you everyone else for watching this. Check out the link. Send us some information. Send us comments, questions, anything you have. We'll get back with you. I have a support group on my end that will get to your questions and help you figure out how to get out here. Over and out.